Alright, let's get it. We're getting into another video. Right, we said we would do my first encounter with paranormal and something like truly that freaked me out a little bit. So I was quite young. I was about 17, 18. I say quite young, that's quite old, but 17, 18. And there's a forest where we used to live. And to get to this place called Annesley Hall, which is like an old hall, Victorian times, maybe a bit older, I'm not entirely sure, or younger, but it's quite derelict now. It's had a few fires and stuff, but we used to walk through this huge forest all the way up to Ansdell. So it's quite a long distance as well. It'd take you about an hour and a bit to walk. So there was a group of 7 of us, 8 of us going up there, because we always used to, because like all the windows were busted in, we just used to jump through the windows and then go explore it. This was when it still used to be somewhat renovated and somewhat had stuff in it like bookshelves and certain things. So I can remember walking on this dirt path, quite wide, enough to fit like cars up, because there's some houses, like some private houses all the way up there, so there's enough to fit like 2 cars going up. So walking up this path, and I've got fields on my left, just field after field. You can see for miles it's just fields, but then on your right there's like it's just a tree line all the way to the hall, and everyone's having a good time. Everyone's laughing and joking. And out of the corner of my eye, I could see like a shadow moving. And then I was thinking to myself, "Oh, it's just my shadow," because the moon was like, obviously, to the left of me. And I was like, "Oh, it's just casting my shadow." So I was moving, carrying on walking, carrying on having these conversations. And it didn't bother me, so I let it go. Like I wasn't gonna sit there and like stare at it. It was still just, I'm thinking it's just my shadow. So we get to this top of this hill, because it like inclines up, and then there's the hill that you can just sit and relax on. So we're sat up there. We used to call it Swinging Gate because it's just a big gate that used to swing. So we're sat there, and I kept noticing like it move a bit, like it was a, what's the word, like glitching out, like if that's like, it was like, and I was like, what is that? Is that like, am I like going crazy right now? Is that's my shadow? And I didn't know if it was just because like trees were blowing in front of the moon, so it was just casting a different shadow, and it was just, so I was like, oh, my eyes are playing tricks. So we have to walk over this motorway bridge. And this is where it starts to get freaky, because the tree line, like the fields are still going, but then the tree line stops, and then it's like a short bush, and then it like that short bush goes the full length until the motorway bridge. So I'm sat there, and then behind this bush I can see like the light just getting blocked out, and I'm just like still thinking it's my shadow. And this is like, everyone's like sectioned at this point, so there's people in front, so there's quite a few people in front, in the middle, and then I'm behind. So there's a few people already over at motorway bridge. Me and 2 of my friends were behind at the back, because we're just, you know what I mean, having a conversation, going up there, taking in all the scenery, even though it's pitch black. But when the moon hits everything, when you live in nature and you see quite a lot of open fields and stuff, you get to see it at its best and its worst. So we were just taking everything in, like, and then we get to this motorway bridge, and I'm walking, and then we cross it, and there's nothing, like in my head, there's nothing wrong with it. I've crossed it, and then I get the chills all of a sudden. My body stops working. I'm stood still, and everyone's like what's going off? And I was just like, I'm pretty sure that my shadow has just followed me across the motorway bridge. And this is weird, because it's like not on the motorway bridge, because it's like there's nothing to cast a shadow on. It like go off, like it was over the railings, and it was still walking, and my brain didn't process it to begin with. I was just like, in my head, because I've been thinking it's my shadow all along, and it's just me, like, my brain trying to pick up patterns and stuff, being like, trying to figure out what's going on, and then it's like, and then it hit me. I was just like, oh, pretty sure I've just seen a shadow follow me across this bridge. And it's like, and people are like, nah, you're tripping me, you're trying to freak everyone out. So I was like, okay, composed myself. I was like, oh, let's keep on going. So we keep on going, and nothing happens until we get to like the front gate, because technically you're not meant to be in there. So we get to the front gate, and then there's a huge wall, and we have to jump over the wall because the gate's got cameras on. So we jump over this wall, and as we're jumping over, I'm sat with my like legs either side, like, so see the wall's there. I'm sat legs either side, pulling people up, one up, two up, getting them over. And then as I jump down, there's like an old well, and then some stables, what used to be stables to my left. And then I'm seeing, like, everyone's like, at that point everyone was like, oh, security guard, because they just saw this dude walk, like, well, I say dude, this figure walk into the stables. So it's like, oh, it's security guard doing his rounds. And I'm like, well, why is he going into the stables? Like, we should be able to see him. Like, there's nothing in there. It's not like a fully kitted out stables. It's an old derelict state. We should be able to see him. But they're not processing. They're panicking. And I'm sat here being like, so now everyone else is seeing weird stuff. So we're like, oh, we'll just carry on. No one, like, everyone sat behind these conifer bushes that are pretty high, waited. No one's there. Let's go. So we're going. We jump in through the front window. It leads into like loads of bookcases. I don't know why they had loads of bookcases in there, but it was like sectioned off like a library would be. Everything. A few things are burnt because they had a fire. Obviously we didn't, but previously they had fires. Roof's still open, so like shadows coming down. And then like things started to get weird. So we'd be walking, and there's like odd books in the bookshelf. There's not, like, it doesn't even fill like a full row of them, like a row of books in one of the shelves. And we're sat there, and I'm like, we're walking past, and I'm starting to see this shadow thing again follow me through the bookcase. So I'm seeing, and I'm chatting through. I'm like, oh, like, can you see anything? Because I'm thinking it's someone walking past the other side. No one's there. Everyone's behind me. Then you all of a sudden, when we're sat there, we hear someone, like, not scream but like freak out a little bit. So everyone's like, oh, like, I turn around, I'm like, oh, what's up? Because it's my mate behind me, and he's like, dude, and this way it's like gets weird. He was like, dude, I swear to God, I've just seen a goat with like blood all over it following me, and I could hear it clicking, because something was clicking, like its feet are hitting on the wooden floor, and then because it's sectioned off into wood and then solid concrete. And he was like, but I'm pretty sure I just saw it past one of these like bookshelf things. And I was like, right, this is like this. Not even planning this. This is a point where we're not even like ghost hunting. We're not doing anything. But this is just what we used to do. We used to go visit abandoned buildings. So we're just like, nah, I'm freaking out. He's freaking out. So we carry on. So at that point, I'm facing forward down these bookcases to like a big door that obviously I can see through. I've got my mate behind me, and then everyone else is gone like to my right. So they're going further down the hall while we're just, because everyone's just exploring everything. Everyone's got videos out and stuff. So we're walking down, and then as I hit the opening for the bookcase and then go into the door, I don't hear exactly what he hears, but I hear like it was like two thuds, and then it sounded like a book falling off, but there was nothing because it was right, like the noise was right there. So as I turned to look, what like if someone, because back then like your friends would like just, my friends were, some of them were alright, but some of them would just like put books off and like throw them at people just to, you know, we just have a bit of fun, which was dumb. So I'm thinking, oh shit, someone's throwing a book. I look, nothing. But as I turn to look back through the door, it's pitch black. There's nothing. Now I see this back end of this to me looks like a dog, but it could have been a goat if I was looking at it. But it's not got any skin on. You can see all its like bones and its veins and stuff, and I just see it back, and I'm like, bro, this is like, what is happening? And I'm stood there like, okay, we're going in here. And then as I turn to go, oh, we're just gonna go in here, mate. My mate's like, tunnel vision on this door, white as a ghost, freaking out, sweating, and he's just like, please tell me you saw that. And I was like, what, the animal looking thing with, he's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I definitely saw it. So I'm like, bro, we've got to go in. Like at this point we were quite adventurous. I was like, bro, we've got to go in. We've got to go discover. So we walk into this pitch black thing. No, like at that point, no one wanted to waste their battery phone, so there was no like lights. So pulling lighters out or Zippos, walking around, going around this room, and it was like an oval shaped room. But the way the moon hit the light into it, like when the further you got into it, like you still couldn't see things, but you'd cast like little lines where the windows were all the way up to the top. So it looked kind of cool, but it was pitch black from like, until you looked up, you could see, but if you looked like parallel, like nothing. It was dead light. So we sat there, and then to my right is the staircase that goes up. So to the right, staircase up to the right, and then throughout the door that's not a door anymore. It's not got a door on in front of me. It leads back outside, and then you can see like the oldest part of it, which is now just like ruins. So we're sat there, and then I glance left. Nothing. We go forward to the opening door because we both need a cigarette. So I was like, oh, we'll just go have a cigarette here. And we're sat there. I'm looking directly out towards like this pond because it has like a huge like pond on the property. And I'm seeing like this shadow person again. I'm like, I turn around to me. I'm like, is this the same dude we saw who went into the stables? And he looked at it. He was like, yeah, it looks same build, same height. Walk directly to the pond, and then just vanish. So he's gone. So I'm like, bro, like we need to get out of here. This is crazy. Like what is happening? Everyone else is the other side of the building, so we have no idea what's happening. So we're like freaking out. I'm just like, bro, because we know there's a security guard on the ground, but that obviously wasn't him unless he just decided to like dive head first into a pond for no reason, which is not the case. So I was freaking out. So having a fight, I was like, bro, we've got to get to everyone, and we'll just like we'll stick together, because then if anything crazy happens, even if someone gets caught or something, then everyone can do it. So finishing cigarettes. As we finish our cigarettes, all we hear, and I wish I had sound effects for this, is like and it's like up the stairs next to us, and we're like, oh, one of our friends has just come up. Nope. As we look, and because we've got no light, but like I said, when you get to when you're looking up at something, you can see something, and both looked up, and this like red set of eyes just through the banister just moved along, and I was just like, bro, we are leaving. And then as we turn around to get, because we can't go back at that door, even though it leads outside, it leads to the wrong end, so you can't jump back over the wall, so we have to go back through the door we just came. But as we come back through the door we just came, 5 of our friends just boom straight through the hall, running, freaking out, and they're just like, bro, we need to leave. And we're like, well, what's cracking off? Because we're thinking, oh, security guards come in. Because the minute you start seeing like your whole group of friends run, you're like, security guard. And so everyone's outside. Everyone's panicking. I'm looking behind, being like, security guard coming. Because I'm one of the tallest. I was like, I need to get back on this wall. So I'm getting back on this wall. As I'm pulling people back over the wall, we hear like yelling. Like someone shouting at us, and automatically it's like security guards come in. Boom, over. I look to the pond, and then all I see is this like little. I don't even want to say it's like a head, because at this point the moon's shining directly on it. This little head just boop out the water, back in. I'm like, we need to leave. I'm like, get over the effing wall. Get over the effing wall. We're going. And that's when I look back when the last person's over, and I see the security guard absolute bombing it, and I'm like, bro, we go, run. So everyone runs down this path through the forest on the way back to technical base camp where everyone met up. And me and my friend are like, why the fuck did you all just run through this hall? Everything was quiet. We were having a cigarette. They don't know what we've seen. And I was like, why, security guard coming? No. They were like, did you not see the goat run through the bookshelves towards you two and then vanish? And we were like, that's when we both got chills and looked at him. I was like, no, we didn't see it, but we heard it because when we were having a cigarette, we looked up the stairs because we heard something going up the stairs and across the banister with his eyes, and they were just like, yeah, no, all of us was stood there looking at. So there's a road out the front door, because it's got back then it had quite a fancy door on it. Obviously now it's not, it's all boarded up and stuff. But they were we're looking down this road, and then we totally forgot when we had our flashlights on that the security outpost is right in front of the door. So everyone turned them off, and as everyone turned around, apparently that's when they saw this bloodied goat run past and then through the bookshelves. So they just ran, and then we confirmed it. We were yeah, we saw it. We saw it before everyone. We saw it behind us, and then in the oval room going up the stairs. And that was my first crazy encounter with I don't want to say paranormal, but with something crazy going off. It was not normal by any means necessary, which was kind of freaked me out. And I can always remember when I think back of it, or even when we go back to visit this place, because we've done a few ghost hunts up there, I'm always like there's something weird about the pond, because it freaks me out. I got this image of this just black shadow just rising up out of the pond and then going back down, and it was it freaked me out for days. I didn't. Nope. Anytime anyone wanted to go back up there, I was like, nope. Anytime even anyone wanted to step foot, they were like, oh, we're just gonna go for a walk at night, and we're gonna go around what we call 8 Mile. It's not 8 Mile, but that's just what it's called because it's long distance. Because this forest, when I say forest, it's huge. It goes on and on and on and on and on. It's not a short thing. If you don't know where you're going, you'll get lost, and you won't probably ever find your way out if you don't know where you're going. So it was huge. Anyone anytime for it must have been a solid week after, I was just I'm not going in it, I'm not stepping foot near it. My mate didn't want to go in it. I was like, I'm not doing it. And then the only other 2 times I've been back, because I get invited, after that happened, I kept getting invited by friends who were like, oh, we're just going to go up to Ansel and mess around. I was just like, nope, I'm just going to chill. It's the only 2 times that we've done paranormal investigations, and both of them times, not seen the goat, seen the shadow figure, and we've communicated with someone who hung themselves in the stable, which I think corresponds to everyone who thought they saw a security guard go into the stables. I'm now thinking that's him, but nothing with the pond. Didn't even I was staying away from that because that freaked me out. I can handle a goat and stuff running behind me and stuff, but when you see something it was stalking you a little bit, and it wasn't when everyone was looking, it was the moment I looked at it. It was just bump and stop there, and then anyway, nope, never again. That was my first big paranormal event or whatever it was, and that was crazy. That was the one that stuck to me. That's my scariest one for me, because other than that, because obviously I've been in some scary situations, but I'm more trained now, so it's kind of easier. It's kind of, your brain's my brain's more logical now. But back then, nope, scared the life out of me. Didn't watch any movies. Like it broke me for a week. I didn't, and that's all we could talk about. I'd see my friend in the street, and they'd be like, "Bro, I'm not going back there." And we'd tell people, and they wouldn't believe us until all 8 of us were there and just being like, "Nope, that happened." But they like, "Oh, you needed to get on video." At that point, we weren't thinking about video. We've broken into a building. Why are we gonna have video of us breaking into a building? Like, it was crazy. So that was my first paranormal thing that scared me to the point of there was something else going on other than paranormal. But other than that, yeah, that's how it goes. It's a weird thing. Obviously, I've had more encounters since then. I've had some ones that freaked me out for a little bit, but nothing to that extent. Like I say, the minute you get older and you start doing more into it, you start looking into it, it gets less and less. It still gets scary, but your encounters vary. So I'll probably it's stubborn of me to say I'll never have another one, but I expect my next another one to be as scary as that at this age. So that is my that's my video on first encounter, which was weird, but it freaked me out a little bit. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to leave a like. If you want to subscribe for more videos, feel free to do so. And yeah, peeps, I will catch you on the next one. Much love and peace.